Sweet, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If you could have anything in the world, what would you want? What's like the number one thing? It could be anything you want.
Anything I want? To have my mom a wife.
Oh my chat, I feel... Bro, I am so sorry to hear that.
Oh, I'm fine.
Send this video to your friends and write under the video haha when they answer with haha. They are fake friends. And when they answer you this, the real friends and watch your videos.
One time I was behind the register at Victoria's Secret. This customer walks in and immediately everybody spots her as a red flag. She's just picking up items, throwing them in her bag, not looking at sizes, not looking at colors. So everybody's like, everyone's on their walkie like, watch this customer. She's coming to the fitting room. She's headed to the cash wrap. Somebody get her. Check her ID. Get her. Get her. She has a bag full of stuff. And guess who gets her at the register? Me. So she comes to my register and she dumps out her stuff. And we're having a regular conversation. Hi, how are you? Yada, yada, yada. Her total comes up to probably between $700 to $900. It was expensive. My manager is at the register next to me talking to me on the walkie. Ashley, make sure you get that ID. Don't matter what she's using, make sure you get that ID. So I ask her for the ID because she's paying credit. Why do you need to ask for my ID? Just take it, run it. I'm like, no ma'am, I'm sorry, I need your ID for the purchase. She starts to raise her voice at me.
Story time of how I found out that my mom was putting our dad's ashes in our food. Yep, our mom would put our dead dad's ashes in our dinner. So basically, after my dad died, my mom showed zero emotion. It's like she really didn't care at all. Like she kind of wanted it to happen. His death was like an unsolved case, and nobody knows how he actually died. And now that I get to think about it, it might have been my mom, but I don't want to jump to conclusions. And if it was her and she sees this video, I don't want to end up like him. Anyways, back to the story. So about a month after he died, she would always post a picture of me and my brother's dinner with the caption, "You'll always be with them." Literally every single night. And honestly, nobody really caught on. All the comments were like, we're praying, this and that. Until one day I was just sitting on the couch and I look over and my mom was pouring something into the mashed potatoes. So I go a little closer and I see her pouring the ashes of my dad into our mashed potatoes. Listen, this story only gets 10 times worse, so like for a part 2.
That's what they do, okay? They act like they love you. They act like they'll be there forever. And then one day they'll pack up all their stuff and move away and take their love with them.
Now let me tell you something. I don't care what happens in your life. You better not ever give up on yourself. Do you hear me? Because I won't ever give up on you. So all I need you to do is believe in you as much as I believe in you. You got this.
Can you solve this mystery? This is the story of 8 college students who went on a mountain climbing trip that went terribly wrong. One of them went insane and the other one went missing. But what really happened here and what are the rest of them hiding? All the clues are hidden in what I'm about to say. So these 8 college students decided to climb the tallest mountain in their area, but the weather took an unexpected turn for the worse and they ended up stranded there for 2 weeks, unable to come back down. After 2 weeks, a rescue team found them, but there were only 7 of them left. The 8th climber was missing, and the 7th climber had gone completely insane and had to be put in a mental hospital. The remaining 6 climbers made a full recovery, and when the police began questioning them, all their answers were the same. They say the 8th climber went to find help and never came back. Then the police went to the mental hospital to talk to the 7th climber, just to see if he knew something that the rest of them didn't. But when they tried to talk to him, all he did was bang his head on the wall and repeat, 8888. What happened to the missing 8th climber? And what drove the 7th climber to insanity? Can you solve this mystery? If you've ever thought about getting your ears pierced, don't do what she did. This is the urban legend about a girl in Japan who tried to do it, then ended up with horrifying consequences. So this young girl really wanted to get her ears pierced. After some pleading with her parents, they finally agreed and gave her some money to go do it. But instead, the girl kept the money and decided to pierce them herself and let her friend help her. They heated up a large needle and went for it one day. It was painful, but in the end, she was happy she could finally wear earrings. However, this wouldn't last long. One day in school, she felt an intense pain in her left ear. Her earlobe was itchy, and by the end of the day, she had a headache. She went into the bathroom and saw her ear was very inflamed. Then she looked closer and saw a piece of white string sticking out of her new piercing. She picked and pulled at it, which only made the string longer. Now it was hanging out of her earlobe. The string seemed to be endless. The more she pulled, the longer it got. Finally, fed up, she took a pair of scissors and cut the string. Suddenly, everything went black. There was a burning pain in her ears and her eyes. She began to scream. In the hospital, it was revealed that it wasn't a piece of string at all. She had pulled out a piece of her optic nerve and cut it. She would be blind for the rest of her life. This is why things are never as they seem. Once there was a man who didn't want to get married because he didn't want to spend money on anyone else. He thought that if he got married, he would have to pay for his wife's food, clothes, and other items, which he didn't want to do. However, one day he came across a beautiful young woman who oddly never ate a single thing. He thought this was perfect. He wouldn't have to pay for her food and she could be his wife. He quickly asked her to marry him. But of course, things are not as they seem. He noticed that his supply of food was disappearing even though he never saw his wife eat. So one day he decided to spy on her. And what he saw was terrifying. He saw his wife's hair part in the back, revealing a huge mouth on the back of her head. Her skull split open and the mouth was unnaturally wide with huge teeth. Then he watched as his wife's hair twisted into a long strand, grasped handfuls of food and shoved it into the mouth on the back of her head. When she noticed her husband, she attacked him. He managed to get away and hide in the mountains. Weeks later, when he got the courage to return, he found his wife gone and all of his food taken. The man never married again.
Hey guys, it's Mariam. Thank you for 125k. Today we're reviewing this peanut butter and jelly Nickelodeon slime, and make sure to comment down below if you think it's a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I love hearing you guys' opinions. Anyway, so this came with 2 slices of bread that were actually pieces of foam. They were supposed to be like squishies, but I found them to just be like foam that were slightly soft. But it was still a really cool like add-in. And then the actual slimes came super melted, almost like at a glue texture, so I had to reactivate it with borax, and I was actually pretty surprised that it reactivated. Normally these things have a ton of chemicals, so they don't necessarily have PVA and they don't like activate, but they did reactivate and formed thin textures. They smelled exactly like peanut butter and jelly, and they mixed together to smell like peanut butter and jelly. The toucans at the end added in a nice amount of crunch. There were chunks in the peanut butter. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be chunky, but a thumbs up for me. $3, I have to.
One thing I hate is when people are like, do you like them? Ooh, you're blushing, you do. Like, no, you cold corn dog, I'm blushing because you're embarrassing me and making me feel uncomfortable. Gosh. One thing I hate is when people are like, do you like them? Ooh, you're blushing, you do. Like, no, you cold corn dog, I'm blushing because you're embarrassing me and making me feel uncomfortable. Gosh. One thing I hate is when people are like, do you like them? Ooh, you're blushing, you do. Like, no, you cold corn dog, I'm blushing because you're embarrassing me and making me feel uncomfortable. Gosh. One thing I hate is when people are like, do you like them? Ooh, you're blushing, you do. Like, no, you cold corn dog, I'm blushing because you're embarrassing me and making me feel uncomfortable. Gosh. One thing I hate is when people are like, do you like them? Ooh, you're blushing, you do. Like, no, you cold corn dog, I'm blushing because you're embarrassing me and making me feel uncomfortable. Gosh.
I know I have a slime channel, but I wanted to do something a little bit different for New Year's Eve in case you're watching the ball drop and you want a midnight snack. This is a microwave mug brownie recipe I absolutely love. I got it off of M's Kitchen on YouTube, and I'm not taking credit at all. You should go check her out because her channel and her recipes are amazing. I wanted to test this out because, as you guys probably know, a lot of these microwave recipes don't actually work, and they end up being a waste of time and tasting half as good as the real thing. So I mixed up the dry ingredients and then I added in the wet ingredients. I ended up sifting the dry ingredients, but I realized that you don't really need that, so you don't have to do that unless you want to. Then add in some chocolate chunks, which is optional, but skipping this will result in a less gooey brownie and it won't look as delicious, so I totally recommend it. Add in some sea salt too. I completely forgot about that, but a little acidity really helps to balance out that intense chocolate flavor. Microwave this for about a minute and use the toothpick test to see if it's done, because the wattage of your microwave will determine how long it takes, and yours might be more or less hot than mine. Enjoy it with some vanilla ice cream and you will
Fake friend test. If you send your friend this video and they send you a video back of them jumping off their bed while screeching like a phantom in Minecraft, wait a minute, that's a good friend. Fake friend test. If you send your friend this video and they send you a video back of them slapping their face with mayonnaise and going, "Shee!" Wait a minute, that's a good friend. Fake friend test. If you send your friend this video and they send you a video back of them slapping their face with mayonnaise and going, "Shee!" Wait a minute, that's a good friend. Fake friend test. If you send your friend this video and they send you a video back of them slapping their face with mayonnaise and going, "Shee!" Wait a minute, that's a good friend. Fake friend test. If you send your friend this video and they send you a video back of them slapping their face with mayonnaise and going, "Shee!" Wait a minute, that's a good friend. Fake friend test. If you send your friend this video and they send you a video back of them slapping their face with mayonnaise and going, "Shee!" Wait a minute, that's a good friend. Fake friend test. If you send your friend this video and they send you a video back of them slapping their face with mayonnaise and going, "Shee!" Wait a minute, that's a good friend. Fake friend test. If you send your friend this video and they send you a video back of them slapping their face with mayonnaise and going, "Shee!" Wait a minute, that's a good friend. Fake friend test. If you send your friend this video and they send you a video back of them slapping their face with mayonnaise and going, "Shee!" Wait a minute, that's a good friend. Fake friend test. If you send your friend this video and they send you a video back of them slapping their face with mayonnaise and going, "Shee!" Wait a minute, that's a good friend. Fake friend test. If you send your friend this video and they send you a video back of them slapping their face with mayonnaise and going, "Shee!" Wait a minute, that's a good friend.
Hi guys, I know you've all been waiting for this moment. I'm finally going to be announcing the winner of my giveaway, who is at pretty_baby_Kennedy. Thank you to everyone who entered. I'm just packaging it up today. So I put in my purple cloud slime, taped up some glitter because you can never have enough glitter, and she can add that in herself into the slime. Now,
Thank you.